Welcome to the Faye Jesse Robinson Chronicles. My name is Rose, and Faye and I would have maybe 2 to 3 cookie dates a week where we would simply enjoy a cookie and watch TV or talk. I clearly recall the day that Faye and I embarked on this journey to memorialize some of her best memories. On this particular day, we were just chatting about general things in life, and she mentioned that she wanted to leave a gift for Marnix and Milan. She wanted to document some of her memories from the time in her life where she felt the most happiness. She said to me, "I love your voice and the way that you speak. Will you help me?" I said, absolutely, positively, yes. So let's get started. And the Chronicles came to life with one important caveat. Faye wanted it to be a surprise and to not be revealed until she was gone on to glory. I wasn't sure if she or I could keep a secret, but to my knowledge, she never mentioned our project to anyone, and neither did I. We talked and talked and talked and did some more talking over many hours, days, and months. I took notes, pictures, and audios of our chats along the way. Faye had some good days, and she had some days where she didn't feel so well, but she was always excited to work on our project, and so was I. Thank you, Marnix, for sharing your mother with me. Loving her has been one of the greatest joys of my life, and I will be eternally grateful for our time together. I hope that you, Milan, and the Robinson Jesse family enjoy these memories and keep them close to your hearts. Faye left this precious gift for all of you and for many generations after you to enjoy and cherish. Oh my, I look so young and just like Carla. Well, Carla looks like me. I don't recall where I was, but I can see that I was sitting on a railing of some sort and there are flowers in the background. I loved seeing the flowers at the park every Sunday, so I think this must have been at Samuel Park in one of the gazebos. I'm pretty sure that Cardell is taking this picture because he loved to take pictures on our Sunday family days. I was pregnant with Marnix in this picture, but you can't really tell. I had the easiest pregnancy, and I really enjoyed being pregnant. I used to sing to him all the time when he was in my womb. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That's what I thought of him as, my little light, my best friend. When Milan was a baby, I used to sing the same song to her because then I had 2 little lights to let shine. We were at a party and I made the matching dashikis. Don't we look good? I used to make all of our clothes and we were some pretty snazzy dressers. I don't remember us going to many parties, but when we did, we loved the dressing up part. I would go out with my sisters sometimes to the Central Forest Club in South Dallas. Yes, I used to go clubbing. On a Saturday night, Central Forest was the place to be seen. We would get all dressed up and head to the club. I was always the quiet one at the club, but I loved hanging out with my sisters and their friends. I didn't really have many outside friends. It was just me and my sister/best friends. Linda and I shared a room for most of our younger lives, so we would always talk at night before bedtime. As a matter of fact, Linda is the reason that I met Cardell. I had told her that I liked the boy that used to go to the store by our house. Then I told her, "I'll give you a quarter if you go and tell him." So she did. And by the time he walked from the house to the store, I was too afraid to talk to him, so I ran into my room and hid in the closet. I was so scared, but Linda kept trying to get me to come out and talk to him, but I never did, and he eventually left. But he came back the next day, and the rest is history. And Linda still wanted her quarter. This is me posing by the flowers at Samuel Park, and I was pregnant with Marnix. Cardell loved taking pictures, and I loved taking pictures with flowers. He used to take us to the park every Sunday to view the azaleas. It was our family time. I remember this outfit because it was one of my favorites. I remember wearing it one day when I walked all the way to the store just to get a liter of soda because I was pregnant and craving soda. The walk was at least 2 miles each way, but I didn't care. When I finally made it home, Cardell had one of his friends over to the house. I don't remember his name, but he must have been a good friend because he didn't invite many folks over to his house. His friend couldn't believe that I had walked so far and was pregnant. But pregnancy didn't stop me from doing anything. I think I had Marnix one day and was back building things the next day. I had strength like my mama. She was always busy doing something. She was a woman before her time, kind of like one of those early age feminists. She used to run a carpool service for single moms, taking them back and forth to work, and this was before carpooling was fashionable. As a matter of fact, if you had a job, she made sure you got there and home every day. And it didn't matter how far away the job was or what time you got off, you could depend on her. And she was strong. If someone forgot to do something, she would say, "Get a rope." And we didn't have any doubt that she could hog tie us if she wanted to. Plus, I think she could outrun most of us kids and even grandkids. She was really fast. I really miss her a lot. But a lot of the things that she taught us about the strength of family is still with us today. Us siblings try to keep the family first, and I know she would have been proud of us. We were at his mother's house in Rochester Park on Valentine Street. I had on my favorite patchwork jacket. I loved this jacket and wore it all the time. I used to also have a red leather jacket with cowboy boots, and when I wore it, Mama was looking good. When I was younger, I wasn't really aware of how I looked, but my sisters would tell me about someone that said I was pretty. They would get mad and tell the guy, "She's married." For as long as I can remember, I was only interested in sewing, crafts, and reading most of my life. I had no interest in getting into any trouble and never really understood the fun in doing things that you weren't supposed to do. My brothers and sisters used to call me goody two-shoes all the time, but I didn't care. I just kind of always did what I was supposed to do. This is Marnix and one of the little girls that used to come over to play with him. This was taken at our house in Singing Hills. Marnix used to say, "I don't have anybody to play with. Will you play with me?" I used to love for him to walk on my back. He would give me a foot massage. He used to think it was so much fun and would try to find different ways to walk and massage at the same time. When he was younger, he spent so much time alone that he was always coming up with new games to play by himself. So we played foot massage when he ran out of games. Marnix used to have birthday parties at Glendale Park. One time we had horses there so that he and his friends could ride. He used to get so excited when he was able to play with his friends, and I never had to worry about him when he went outside to play. He was a good kid. We used to love the outside and the park. We used to play softball there every Mother's Day. My family would go to the park, and so would Cardell's. Our families would spend all day playing games and eating. We would have so much food and fun. Marnix would play with his cousins and was always so excited to be outside doing something. We looked forward to it every year. This picture was taken at the house in Singing Hills. It had a beautiful cathedral ceiling in the living room, and Cardell and I were always building, moving, changing something in the house. I built a platform in the dining room and lifted the entire room so that it had a step up when you entered. We turned the garage into a den. It was our TV watching room and the place where we spent family time. Marnix had two rooms, his bedroom where he slept and another room that was his own den with a TV. Cardell worked nights, so Marnix and I would cuddle in his den and watch TV. Me and my little best friend used to watch The Big Valley, Gunsmoke, and Benny Hill. We used to laugh so hard at Benny Hill, and I still watch BBC TV to this day. I have no idea who is taking this picture because Cardell usually took all of our pictures, but he's in this one. Maybe we were on our way to the park for our Sunday outing and one of his brothers took it. Oh, me and Marnix are dressed alike. Oh, look at his hair. He used to tell everybody, "My daddy said, don't touch my hair." I remember that Mary and my mama came to the hospital the day after I had Marnix. Mary said, "You think they gave her the wrong baby?" Marnix looked like a little Eskimo when he was born. His nose was pushed down on his face when he came out, but he turned out to be the cutest baby. I used to love making clothes for him, and he let me, even when he was in high school. He won Best Dressed Award because I could sew whatever he wanted. Sometimes he just wanted a piece to match something else that he had. All he had to do was describe it to me, and I would make it. When I was younger, I used to tear the seams out of clothes that I thought no one was wearing anymore and make them into other things. I did the same for old sheets, towels, anything that I could get my hands on. Not saying that I ever got in trouble, but if I did, it was because I redid something that somebody didn't want redone. Marnix and I were on our way to California on the bus to visit my father. He had polio and needed to be in a warm climate, so he moved there with his brother. It was early in the morning and I was sleepy, but Marnix looks wide awake. Cardell got on the bus to take the picture before we left, and I remember just wanting to go back to sleep. Marnix and I are dressed alike. Just in case he got lost, folks would know he was with me. I was so tired, but he had so much energy because he was excited. I remember falling asleep as soon as the bus started to roll, and Marnix just kept hitting my arm saying, "Look, look." I think he did that all the way to California. We were getting ready to go somewhere, I don't remember where, but Cardell took this picture in front of that fire engine red Grand Prix. He loved cars and was a really good mechanic. I remember one time he made a truck into a car, an El Camino I think it was. Look how color coordinated we are. I love the colors brown and beige together, and those beige shoes were my favorite. Cardell always found a way to get us to take pictures, but my poor baby looking like he's not in the mood for pictures. Me and my little best friend with matching hairdos, and look at my patchwork purse and matching patchwork sandals. This was one of my favorite outfits. This picture was taken on Sunday at Samuel Park, and if you look at the reflection in the front, you can see Cardell taking the picture. We would go to the park and then go to his parents' house afterwards to eat Sunday dinner. I have no idea what we were laughing at, but Marnix loved walking around the park and playing in the creeks, so maybe he found something. He was always so excited to go to the park. He was the most stylish little boy at the park. Look at my beautiful Milan. This is one of the happiest days of my life. I always wanted a grandbaby, but it took so long that I started thinking I would never have one. I spoiled her so much, and she could get anything out of her granny with those hugs and kisses. She used to always say, "I love you, Granny," and it would melt my heart. She would even write me notes and leave them on the stand next to my chair, and I wouldn't find the note until after she left. I made her some beautiful dresses when she was younger, and she still has them. Maybe she will pass them on to her daughter. I was so excited to finally be able to sew little girls' clothes after all those years sewing little boys. Wait, I'm still sewing boys' stuff. I'm making a Dallas Cowboys robe for Marnix, and I've been working on it for a while now. Maybe I will get it finished before his birthday. This is another edition of the Faye Robinson Chronicles. So today we're going to have a stroll down memory lane. I have a picture, a photo that she has not seen yet. And this photo, I will describe it first. She's in this photo with another person, and she's extremely happy, and she's just got the biggest smile on her face. So it is a day she will certainly remember. She will never forget this day. So now I'm going to show this picture to her, and I want her to tell me what was going on this day, how did she feel this day, and just to describe that day to me and what's going on. Okay, ready? Here's the picture. Oh, look at her. It's my baby, still my baby. Were you super happy that day? Oh, yeah. You're your only grandchild. What did you think when you first saw her? You were excited. How long had you waited for a grandchild? Oh, I never think I'd have a grandchild. Really? You waited that long? Yeah. And so you were super happy when you had one? Yeah. Oh, did you spoil her? Yeah. Really? Yes. You still spoiled. And so I saw a note at the house that you did not show me, but I saw where Milan had written me a note. She writes you like the sweetest notes. She always says, "I love you, Granny," in the notes. Do you keep all the notes? Keep the notes. She always tells me that she loves me. Every time she leaves, she always tells me she loves you. Yeah. You guys have a special relationship, huh? Yeah. She's a good kid. And so you were so happy that day. Yeah. Really? So were you super excited just to have a grandchild? She'd come over to the house as a babysitter? Oh man, you were my baby. This was my baby. So was that the little girl you never had? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Seems like a long time ago, huh? No, she grew up so fast. Yes, shut up. Yes. Just like Jelena. Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you. Welcome. Awesome. That was a good video. That was very good. You want to get another one? So the picture that I'm holding today is one of my favorite pictures in the whole wide world. And this picture is her, and it's with another person. She has not seen the photo yet, but it's just looks like I will describe the photo. It looks like she is just in love with this little person that she's sitting here talking to. So now I'm going to go ahead and show her the picture, and then she gets to tell us what's going on in this picture.
Early in the morning.
You and your little
With
best
our
friend.
hair looking alike.
Is that you and your little best friend?
Me and my little best friend.
What were you guys doing that day?
I think we were at Samuel Park.
What were you? Do you remember what you guys were laughing at? You guys look like you were just having the best time ever.
I don't know. What we were talking about? I said that Samuel Park because I see all the Azaleas in the background. That's where we used to go every Sunday to look at the Azaleas.
Oh, really? So did you guys just walk around the park? And
Yeah, around.
party
Yeah,
out?
we spent a lot of time on the White Rock Lake.
You did?
White Rock Lake, And then we went to fishing at Lake Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like you and Mark have a pretty special relationship. Looks like y'all are just enjoying each other.
I wonder what we were talking about.
I don't know, but he looks like a little adult, and you look like you guys like.
He just grinning.
Yeah, he's just grinning. I mean, really truly looks like your little best friend. Did you guys used to talk a lot when he was younger? And you guys?
Yeah. Oh, he the one who was talking. You wouldn't believe that's the same little boy.
Is he doesn't say that?
I guess he tried to know a lot when he was little.
So he used to sing when he was younger?
Well, no, never about any singing, but he could talk. He asked a lot of questions.
Did he really?
Ooh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Did you guys watch TV together a lot?
He was a kid. He was half playing.
Well, he was an only child, so then were you his playmate?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you got to play Tonka trucks.
He played pretty good by himself sometimes.
Really? So then when you used to make his clothes, right?
Yeah, I made all his clothes.
So did you make that outfit that he has on him?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
He was a best dressed little kid, huh?
Yeah.
Did he like to dress up?
I guess he didn't have a choice. He was the South.
Yeah.
He was one of the best wrestlers.
Yeah. Snazzy dresser. It started young, apparently.
One time I made him this big old red and blue plaid suit. Boy, it was loud and everybody wanted one.
Really? Wow.
All his friends wanted one.
Wow. And so you made a lot of good clothes too, right?
I made all my clothes.
Awesome. You're pretty talented seamstress.
I used to love the stuff.
And so you have to get better because what is it that you're trying to make for Milan? Her prom dress, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get better so that you can make a prom dress for Milan. Yeah. Think you're up to it?
Sure.
Can't tell it all, but I Lord, you've been so good to me. I've been through too much. that part with us. I've been through too much.
I've been through too much not to worship you.
Now, if you're not too busy right now, if you could just lift your hands up and worship the Lord, our King and our Savior, the one who died but rose again for us, the one who still intercedes for us. Can the real worshiper show yourself? You don't need a piano. You don't need nothing but to think of God and his deity and how he's absolutely God and there's no one like him, nowhere, none before him, none after him, and you can go crazy just thinking about it. Say hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
My worship is for real.
My worship is for real.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
My worship is.
My worship is for real.
You're so worthy.
You're so worthy.
God, you're worthy.
You're so worthy.
My worship is.
My worship is for real.
Lord, I love you.
Lord, I love you.
I love you.
Lord, I love you.
My worship is.
My worship is
Now lift your hands, say